गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्परं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। वसुदेवसुतं देवं तं सचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भवानी शङ्करौ वन्दे श्रद्धा विश्वासरूपिणौ याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धास्मन्तस्थमेश्वरम्। साधुदर्शनं सत्यसङ्गमम् साधुदर्शनं सत्यसङ्गमम् साधुदर्शनं सत्यसङ्गमम् दोषहरितं प्रेमभरितं दोषहरितं प्रेमभरितं साधुदर्शनं सत्यसङ्गमम् चिन्ताहरणं चिन्ताहरणं चित्तोद्धरणं चित्तोद्धरणं मानसशीतलं मानसशीतलं चन्द्रचन्दनं चन्द्रचन्दनं चिन्ताहरणं चित्तोद्धरणं चित्तोद्धरणं मानसशीतलं मानसशीतलं चन्द्रचन्दनं चन्द्रचन्दनं सुखसमुन्नं सुखसमुन्नं धर्मसमृद्धिं धर्मसमृद्धिं दैवसमेतं दैवसमेतं ध्यानसंगीतं ध्यानसंगीतं मोक्षसम्पादनं Moksha Sampadam Brahma Paripurnam Brahma Paripurnam Moksha Sampadam Moksha Sampadam Brahma Paripurnam Brahma Paripurnam Sadhu Darshanam Satya Sangamam Dosha Haritam Prema Haritam Chintaharanam Chittodharanam Daiva Sametam Dhyana Sangeetam Moksha Sampadam Brahma Paripurnam Brahma Paripurnam Sadhu Darshanam Satya Sangamam Satya Sangamam Pranamya Sirasa Vishtum Trailokyadipatim Prabhum Nana Shastrodrutam Vakshe Rajaniti Samuchayam Adhityedam yadha shastram Naro janati sattamaha Dharmopadesha vikyatam Karya karyam subhashubham Tadaham sampravaksyami Lokanam hitakamyaya Yena vijnanamatrena Sarvajñatvam prapadyate Sarvajñatvam prapadyate Hari Om. Awareness of truth, meaning understanding that truth is behind everything that exists. In other words, everything exists because of the support of the truth, because of the substratum of the truth. Everything is able to be what it is only because of the presence of the truth behind all of them. This awareness is very important in our life. Only when we become aware of the presence of the truth as substratum and support of everything, for everything, then only we can allow the truth to manifest in our living also, in our life also, in the form of values, in the form of truthfulness. Because truthfulness comes out of truth only. It becomes truthfulness when we put it into practice. When we get connected with the truth, when we allow the truth to flow through us in the form of an expression through our actions, then it becomes a truthfulness. So this awareness is very important. It is going to help us if we become aware of it. It is not going to change the stand of the truth, nor it is going to increase the strength of the truth. Because truth is truth, whether we recognize it or not. But we are going to become stronger. Our living is going to become more guided by the truth which is behind everything. Meaning that which supports everything. We will be able to get ourselves connected with that support, connected with the truth which supports everything. When we look into the truth and its manifestation in our life, then we have to know that Satsu Sadhushu Bhavam Satyam. An interpretation of Satyam. Satsu Sadhushu Bhavam Satyam. Meaning, that which is born in Satpurushas or Sadhu Purushas. Where do we find it in expression from our own level? To understand that everything has come out of that truth, which is Sat, which is existence, which is behind which is the easiness of everything, and which is the existence aspect. That is on the higher level. But how to understand the expression of truth in our relative level of living? We can see it in the Satpurushas. So that which is born in the Satpurushas. Sati Satpurushe Sadhu Satyam. Meaning it exists in Satpurushas, it shines beautifully in Satpurushas. Sati Satpurushe, it exists in Satpurushas. Sadhu Satyam, it shines beautifully in Satpurushas. So now, Sat is connected with Satpurusha because it is born in them. It exists in them, it shines beautifully in them so that we can see it, we can experience it, we can come to know about it in our relative level of understanding. It is for this reason at least, we have to find ourselves in connection with them, we have to establish and maintain a relationship with them, Sadhu Purusha, Satpurusha and Satsanga. Then we will come to know more about the truth. And we will come to find and discover the expression of truth in our life in various ways. Satya means truth. Satya also means distinction in yugas and lokas. Various yugas are there, various lokas are there. There also they are distinctively classified by using the word Satya. Some people say first yuga is Satya Yuga, and some people classify highest loka as Satya Loka. So, like that, Satya word finds its expression there also in classification of yugas and in classification of lokas. Satya means that which is actual, that which is real, that which is true. 3 words: actual, real and true. Satya is equal to actual, real and true. To remember it easily, art. A for actual, R for real, T for true. Art. So don't say Satya is equal to art. It is only to remember that very easily. So what is Satya? Art. So then you can explain what that which is actual, that which is real, and that which is true. It also means, Satya also means heart. H stands for honesty. U stands for uprightness. T stands for truthfulness. So, honesty, uprightness and truthfulness. When we know what is Satya, what is actual, what is real, what is true, then there can be honesty, uprightness and truthfulness in us. Is it not? When we will give preference to, value to, importance to, recognition to honesty, uprightness and truthfulness, when we know what is Satya, what is actual and what is not actual, what is real, what is unreal, what is true, what is untrue, when we compare with what exists in the world in this manner, then we will come to know that what is different from unreal is real, what is different from untrue is true, what is different from that which is not actual is actual. So we give preference to, importance to what is actual, what is real, what is true. Then we give importance to its expressions. Expressions are in the form of honesty, uprightness and truthfulness. And then alone, we will be able to see the manifestation and expression of Satya. Satyam also means, now Satya we have seen, Satyam. Satyam means goodness. Satyam means virtue. Satyam means purity. When can there be Satyam in us? That is goodness, that is virtue, that is purity in expression, in action. When can there be goodness? Where is the goodness seen? In expression and in action. Virtue also it is seen in expression and action. Purity also is seen in expression and action. Then we will come to experience it directly. So, when do these things manifest in an individual? The goodness, the virtue and purity. Let us know a little more deeply about them. Goodness means evidence of God's goodness. What is the goodness in us? It is the evidence of God's goodness. Actual goodness belongs to God only. So when goodness manifests to us, it is an evidence of God's goodness manifesting to us. That's what Gurudev says, may thy grace and blessings flow through us to the world around us. So then, virtue means attitudes and behavior that show, that depict, that tell us about high standards of morality. Virtue is, how do we understand whether a person is virtuous or not, whether an action is filled with virtue or not? When the attitude or behavior is telling us, showing us, depicting to us the high standards of morality, then only we can call a person a virtuous person, action as a virtuous action. High standards of morality. Then purity. Purity means moral excellence. One meaning of purity is moral excellence. Another meaning is inherent power and strength. I inherent P power, S strength, IPS you can remember. Purity means inherent power and strength. Purity also means integrity, I for integrity. R for righteousness. S for spiritual merit. Purity means integrity, purity means righteousness, purity means spiritual merit, IRS. So what is purity? IPS and IRS. Inherent power and strength, integrity, righteousness and spiritual merit. And also moral excellence. So when can there be moral excellence in us? When can there be integrity, righteousness and spiritual merit in us? When can there be inherent strength and power in us? When purity, when can the purity be in expression? When can the virtue be in expression? When can the goodness, which is the evidence of God's goodness, be in expression? Only when we know what is truth, what is Satya. What is the Satya? actual, real and true. And then there can be honesty, uprightness and truthfulness. Then we find goodness, virtue and purity. So, by holding on to Satyam, by knowing Satyam, by being with Satyam, by expressing Satya and allowing Satya to manifest in us, what are we gaining? Are we not gaining integrity? Are we not gaining strength? Are we not gaining all the power, high levels of moral standards, moral excellence and manifestation of God's own goodness to us? Is it not benefit? Is it not profit? Is it not immense blessings when we are connected with Satya? Please look into this aspect. 21st century, if you are following Satyam, I am not talking about that Satyam company. But actually the word Satya represents all this. When you are following Satya, what you will get all this. This is what is the strength of Satyam. Because we do not know, our intellect doesn't understand what amount of blessings will flow into us, what amount of power will come into us. Strength will come, integrity will come. Our mind and intellect and heart will be intact to us. The power of integrity will be there by which we can achieve anything in life. If we set our mind upon anything, we are bound to achieve it because there is no inner conflict, there is no non-integrity inside, there is no division inside. It is all unison and union. If we understand all this, then Satya means abode of Brahman. That is the meaning of Satya. We have seen meanings of Satya, then Satyam, now Satya. Satya means abode of Brahman. A for abode, O for off, B for Brahman. To reverse it, you can remember easily. That will belong to some other country, Bank of America, BOA. Okay, abode of Brahman. Satya. So what will happen? If we have Satya, then we will get connected to Satya. Then Satyam finds expression. Then we will reach Satya. Abode of Brahman. What more we need? Well, let us see how beautiful it is. So Satya or Satyam is very important. Value to be practiced, truth to be known, and strength to be discovered in us. How beautiful. That will only give us joy, that will only give us high levels of success and great inner strength and capacity to experience peace and the joy of the divine. That is why it is said by Chanakya, the great Chanakya, slogan number 19, chapter number 5 of Chanakya Neeti Darpanam. Satyena dharyate prithvi, Satyena dharyate prithvi, Satyena tapate ravihi, Satyena tapate ravihi, Satyena yati vayuscha, Satyena yati vayuscha, Sarvam satye pratishthitam, Sarvam satye pratishthitam. Remember who is saying this. He is a person who has established a kingdom for the sake of establishing all the values, expressing all the great values in the living beings who are in that country, and show to people that it is possible to practice values, to live values, and become very strong, and then continue to rule the kingdom, and then keep people in safety, and then well-being. How beautiful it is. Think of it. It is not somebody who is sitting in a cave who is writing this or who is stating this. We are shown to the world that how an ideal state can be established, governed, ruled, and people can be made to lead happy lives. Such a person is writing this. So practical person who has applied this into practical life and living, not only of himself, but thousands and thousands of people for many, many, many years. Remember this. That is why he says, Satyena dharyate pragati. Earth is held in its place because of truth. That which holds earth in its place is truth. How? As you know, in the universe, in the space, earth somehow stands there. Who is supporting it? Your grandfather or my grandfather? What is it keeping it in an angle and inclined at a particular angle and then rotate and then revolve and then evolve also slowly? Who is making all this possible? No, it is just like that. Or just like that. Something is holding that in that place only. Suddenly, just what is all this? So that is the truth, that is the Satyam, that is the Satya which holds earth also in its place. Satyena tapate ravihi. Ravihi, Satyena tapate. Meaning the strength to shine in the sun is because of truth only. The sun shines because of the strength of the truth. The sun is brilliant because of the strength of the truth. That is why by worshipping sun also, and then slowly the objective sun leads us into subjective antaryami, Surya Narayana, and subjective antaryami leads us into the real consciousness, and we will reach the truth only. Consciousness, even through worship of the sun. People who don't know this, they think, why are worshipping planet? My dear friend, we are not seeing the planet. We are seeing something inside the planet. Similarly, we don't see stone as a stone. There is something inside the stone. First of all, idea is there, then consciousness also is there. So many other things are there. Depends upon what we see. Whatever we get through anything in this world depends upon what we see, what is at the depth of our seeing, what is the intensity of our seeing, what is the truth percentage in our seeing. That is how we experience things in this world. If we see the surface layer, we experience only surface level. If we go a little deeper, we experience what is there in the depth. If we reach the ultimate core of the essence of existence of everything, we come to experience that only. It depends upon how we see what we see. So the art of seeing also is very important. And then he says, Satyena yati vayuscha. It is because that the wind blows, the air moves, we are able to breathe, we are able to survive. So what is that makes the wind blow, air move, function? It is the truth. The truth because of which the air moves or wind blows. Then he says, Sarvam Satya Pratishthidam. Everything in this world is firmly established in the truth, in the Satyam. If we know this, then if Satyam can support the world, the earth, the sun, and the air, and everything else, can't it support us who follow values connected with Satya, who bring Satya into expression in the form of practice in our lives? Do you think it will forsake us? It will become weaker because of 21st century. Corruption becomes strong. Corruption has become strong, and then some other evil practices have become strong. The truth is the strongest. All that we need to know is we have to have that conviction, born out of understanding and commitment to hold on to this value. That's all the commitment is required. To hold on to it, then we will understand. It is said in Rigveda also that earth depends on Satya for its support and is steady because of it. Rigveda. Earth depends upon Satya and earth is steady because of the support of Satya. Then, Acharya Veda. Satyam brahadradamabhyam diksha tapo brahma yajna pridhiri dharayanti. Satyam brahadradamabhyam diksha tapo brahma yajna pridhiri dharayanti. Acharya Veda. What does it say? Truthfulness. Earth is supported by these few things. What are they? Number one, truth or truthfulness. Number two, broadness, the spaciousness. Number three, Broadness, spaciousness also is called as eminence. And then the next one, the niyamam or the rules, or it is called as vyavastha, rules and regulations that are there. They also support, they are the people follow, naturally they are supported very well. Nature responds to the levels of honesty and sincerity in the individuals when they are practicing the values or the things that are connected with dharma and satya. Even if at a minutest level, if there is a compromise, to that extent, the rays of energy that flow into the individual from the cosmos will become lesser. That is all it is. Somebody has done a very scientific research in astrology and its relationship with the levels of happiness and misery in the living beings and also the levels of health. He has discovered certain things stating that because of some karma done, and that karma one way or other is connected with whether we take something or give something or do something with some objects or some people in some manner, that is some way or other connected with one of the planets. And then if some objects are connected with particular planets, certain actions in some expressive ways are connected with them, certain things, situations are connected, because it's all energy connected with energy and matter connected with the more conscious energy. So then, because of that particular activity done, either the rays of that planet falling into the individual increase and become stronger or decrease and become weaker. Because of that, there will be difference in the levels of health, levels of various experiences. Some scientific study and research done. This means what? Very simple. As simple as this. Suppose you take one gift from somebody. I am not frightening anybody. Some gift from somebody. That gift is an object. All these objects are categorically divided and connected to certain planets. If you take certain gift, and if you don't give anything back, at least in the form of blessings or wishes, sincerely, then you are taking one particular object. If that object is connected to that planet, the rays that enter into you from that planet become lesser. Unless and until you give it back in one form or other, and at least by wishes or blessings, or by doing some deed, or by doing something good. Remember this? That is why Gurudev also used to warn many sadhaks. Because they are giving you something, don't keep on taking and taking and taking. First of all, you will exhaust all punya. Second thing, you are not accumulating because you are not giving, you are only taking. Third thing, then you will suffer later on. Including food, Gurudev used to caution at times, specifically for some sincere spiritual sadhaks. Meaning what? That's why Gurudev said, giving more than what we take. That is very important aspect. As far as Gurudev's lecture is concerned, giving more than what we take. Producing more than what we consume is very important, so that we are not in the karma bandhana. We give more than what we take. Be clear about it. So what I am telling you this is because if we follow the satya, it will only strengthen us. The planets will support us. Cosmic forces will support us. Nature will support us. God Himself will be supporting us. Earth, Prithvi, elements will support us. The presence of elements and the manifestation of all the elements in various combinations and permutations is the body, and the forces that function inside, panchapranas or dasapranas, whatever it is, all these are expressions of panchamarabhutas only. If panchamarabhutas support us properly, health will be maintained properly, everything will function properly. How they are all supported? They are supported by Satya. If we hold on to Satya, automatically these elements will support us. Remember this. At any level, anywhere, in any manner, if you compromise, to that level, to that extent, in that manner, this flow of energy, flow of strength, flow of power, flow of gracefulness gets affected, gets influenced. No joke, the fact and truth. So that is why it is clearly said in Atharva Veda also, what supports the earth? Truth, Satyam, then broadness, spaciousness, whether it's outside, because it is spacious, then only Earth is able to exist in the space. Otherwise, how can Earth exist? So the broadness should exist in us also to allow the great values to exist. Then that gives us imminence, and then state of existence, niyama, the vyavastha, the rules and regulations. Then the fourth one, ugrata, meaning tejasita, meaning that strength of tejas which comes to us because of our link with the truth. The shine, the glow of the power of truth. The energy expresses itself in the form of tejas. So that is tejasita. Then diksha, meaning sincere commitment to principles. Sincere commitment to the principles that will support the earth. If we are committed sincerely to the principles, naturally organization is supported, family is supported, relationship is supported. Even in our world, even in our worldly relationships and existence, we see that everything that we are involved with is supported and made stronger. If all the people, or if at least few people who are functioning in the organization and holding more responsibilities, if they are committed to principles, won't the organization become stronger? Won't the performance of the organization fetch more profits and more good results and more blessing to the economical situation in the society and world? Will it not be a blessing in whatever way we see? When we are able to commit ourselves to the principles, definitely it will support us and help us. Similarly, when the people in the world are committed to their principles, it supports the earth. Then tapaha, penance or austerity. Penance, when people do tapas, tapas also supports the earth. And then brahma, meaning jnana. Then jnana means knowledge. Those people of good knowledge from the scriptures, naturally their behavior will be different, their thinking and understanding are different, their expressions through their actions will be different. Naturally, the world will become more blessed place. So earth will be supported by jnana. Then yajnaha. Yajnaha, self-sacrifice, the selfless attitude in the people, and the spirit of togetherness and pouring out selfless expressions, coming together as a team and then working for the sake of the society. That is all connected with yajnaha. That is how society as a whole becomes skillful. The group as a whole becomes skillful. In management language, teamwork. The team comes together, setting aside personal differences, setting aside personal choices, and come together and work selflessly for the sake of an institution or an organization. Naturally, because of the teamwork, everything good happens. Skill also increases. When more intelligent people come together, share and care each other, and then work together, skill also increases. If you look at it in management language. So see, what is said in Atharva Veda is very true when you apply to the principles and daily living even in 21st century. What is said in Rig Veda is also applicable. And what is said by Chanakya in Chanakya Neeti Darpanam, Sarvam Satya Pratishtitam, is real, actual, true. That is what it is. Satya, what we have seen is true. Art we have seen actual, real and true. That's what it is. So Satya is very important for us to understand whether we look into Veda or any other spiritual text for support. All of them are unanimous in their teaching to us that Satya is the substratum for everything. It supports everything. If you hold on to Satya, naturally we will definitely manifest the power of Satya through us, and then our life becomes a blessed one and living becomes a blessed living. In Skanda Purana, it is said that few people who follow good values are responsible for the safety of the earth, safety of the Prithvi. What is that? Number one, in the Skanda Purana it is said. First one is cow. You must say, why is that? Because in the Goma, all that which is connected with cow only utilized. There are various scientific reasons and various other reasons for it. So, we need not go into all those reasons. So, one is cow. That is why cow is a sacred animal. Because everything that we do as an offering to the God is one way or other related to cow only. Whether it is ghee, or whether it is the cow dung, or whether it is initially to purify ourselves, Panchagavya, all that is connected with the cow only, and scientifically it is proved beyond doubt. Whether our so-called rational intellects approve, accept, disapprove, don't accept, that it purifies the atmosphere, it purifies so much of Prakriti around, and also strengthens every individual in various levels. The homam that is done, manifestation of energy connected with the divine expressions, heads of the departments at various levels of universal government, that will get connected to us. So that also. Then second one is a wise person, or in normal language called as a Brahmin, meaning one who is very wise, one who is highly knowledgeable, one who is connected with the pursuit of Brahman. So one who is a very wise person. Third one is Veda, because Veda, what it tells, you have seen what Veda teaches, only values, only ways and means how to get connected with the higher forces in a beautiful way and manifest their grace, energy, blessings in our daily living, and then by which everything else can become healthy and happy. And the fourth one, a chaste wife, a sincere wife, Grihini, so that also supports the earth. And then fifth one, person of truthfulness, a person who follows the truthfulness. Then sixth one, non-greedy people, people who are not non-greedy, they support the earth, safety of the earth. Then seventh one, charitable people, meaning men of charity or men of sacrifice. In other words, people of sacrificing nature. So they support the safety of the earth. And finally, the daring, valorous, courageous people also support the earth, safety of the earth. In other words, it is the cow, it is the Brahmana, it is the correct Kshatriya, it is the correct Vaishya, it is the selfless Shudra, and it is the value of truthfulness. If you see, even in management angle also, we need all the same things only. There is knowledge and wisdom that is required, and there is there is the organizational skill that is required, and then there is mobilization of resource that is required, and there is workforce that is required. All four are an expression even in organizations also. But it is not to demean somebody, but it is to classify in such a way that everyone is responsible for the safety of the earth. Everywhere in any country you see, all these come into expression. On different types of people, when they come together, fulfill their responsibilities, that will make this earth safer and a better place to live in. That's what all great people, heads of various countries and continents, coming together and discussing earth should be a peaceful place, safe place, how we should stop all these destructive people from using destructive weapons and destroying the society and peace and well-being and safety of the people. So how? Through values. Who have conditioned them, they have to be deconditioned, then only it is possible. Or at least they should be removed from that powerful positions or access to the destructive weapon, whatever it is. Finally it comes down to practice of values. And then, after Purana, if we go into Itihasa, then we see its connection. Valmiki Ramayana, in Ayodhya Kanda, it is said, Satyameveshvaro loke, Satye dharma sadashritaha, Satyamulani sarvani, Satyamulani sarvani, Satyam nasti param, Satyam nasti param, Satyam iva Ishvaro loke, Satye dharma sadashritaha. Satyam alone is the Lord, is the Bhagavan in this world. What is the Bhagavan in this world? Satyam. Satyam alone is the Bhagavan. Because Satyam supports everything, Satyam implements everything, Satyam energizes everything, and Satyam manifests everything, and manifests as strength and blessedness in everything. See that? So Satyam alone is the Bhagavan in this world. Satye dharma sadashritaha. Dharma always depends upon Satyam, depends upon truth. Dharma depends upon truth. And then Satyamulani Sarvani. Satyam is the origin, Mulani. Satyam is the support, Mulani. Satyam is the substratum, Mulani. Satyam is the foundation, Mulani. Satyam is the source, Mulani. Satyam is the origin, Mulani. Mulani means all these things. So, Satyam is the support, origin, substratum, foundation, source, basis of everything. Satyamulani Sarvani. Satyam nasti param padam. There is nothing higher than, there is nothing sacred than Satyam. So, when you look at it from the standpoint of Paramatma, Parameshwara, and also the expression of Parameshwara in the form of various codes of conduct set forth in the world for the living beings to follow, and then the connectivity that happens with Parameshwara himself and the various other forces that are manifested by Parameshwara in this universe to take control and care and manage and organize and make everything else function in this universe, and then through that all this energy and blessingness flows and makes the world a safely place to live in. Whether it is Ramayana, Itihasa, whether it is Purana, or whether it is Nitishastra, or whether it is Vedam, wherever you see, only one thing, that is Satyam is everything. Satyam supports everything. That has to be understood in our life. Satyam is the basis for everything. Satyam is the support for everything, which is very important. When we look at this from various angles, our intellect gets infused with strong messages that are there in all these very powerful scriptures. Kathopanishad also goes to the extent of saying that it is only because of the fear of that truth everything functions, everything is in order. It is only because of the fear of the Vyavastha, of the state of existence of everything as ordained by Paramatma, that everything is as it is, what it is. The fire burns, the sun shines, the Indra and the Vayu function, and even Murtyur Dhavati Panchamaha, the death also runs away only because of the fear of the truth which is Paramatma. Remember that. Even death cannot touch the people who are adhering to the truth and then seeing truth as a manifestation of Paramatma himself. So, even in Upanishad also, these values are very clearly stated and expressed. So, only in our life, these have to be manifested, and this happens only when our intellect becomes strong and convinced with all these beautiful ideas that are there in these scriptures, and when they become ideals in our life, then they will do all great good to us. Once, a doctor was talking to his patient and the patient's spouse. The husband went there for checkup, and the wife was seated at a little distance, and the doctor took the husband a little closer and he was talking to him. And I have seen all the tests, the results of all the tests. I feel that you are fine, but there is one terrible disease that is bothering you since 20 years. That has to be attended. A terrible disease that is bothering you since 20 years. He says, doctor, talk slowly, don't talk loud, because a terrible disease is sitting here only. He thinks it is right. But doctor means something else. But he thinks something else. See, if there is no that connectivity between the spouses through the nice feeling of love and affection and the value system, this will be resolved naturally. Well, they will think that is the terrible disease. Each one will think the other terrible disease. Like wife and husband went to doctor, and then the wife said, "Doctor, my husband, I don't know what happened. There is high fever and he's shouting and shouting and shouting." What to do? The doctor takes out the thermometer and gives it to the wife. Put it inside his mouth. It will instantly make him keep silent. It will make his mouth shut. And then after a while when the checking and all is done, then the wife says to the doctor, Doctor, is there any instrument like this which can keep my husband's mouth shut for at least 8 to 10 hours every day? Otherwise, it is bothering you too much with his talking and talking. So she wants an instrument like that. Husband is not able to understand the wife and wife is not able to understand the husband. It comes down finally to what? Blaming and complaining and all, but finally it comes down to lack of practice of values. That's all. Lack of truthfulness. Finally it comes down to that of lack of value system, lack of truthfulness. What else? The clarity of understanding is very important. Like when teacher asked the student, she told the name of one particular historical ruler and said, now with the help of the textbook, tell me what is the date of birth and date of departure of that person. He looked inside and the student said, no ma'am, I can't tell. The teacher said, hey, look into the textbook. He looked at it. No ma'am, I can't tell. Then she said, please look at that particular name. And he looked at the name. What is below? What is written below that name? 1509 to 1509 to 1593. That is what is the date of birth and date of death. Oh, the student said, I thought it is his phone number. Because the age changes, generations change. Nowadays when they see under name something, whether it is written called, they think it is phone number, mobile number, thumb number, they don't think that it is a date of birth or death or a span of his rulership or time where he ruled the kingdom. They don't bother all like that. So it depends upon the individuals how clear they are. What is the clarity level in the minds of people. Similarly, when we try to understand about the Satyam also, we have to be very clear about it. That's why we took the support of so many scriptures, so that our understanding becomes clear. Once the intellect becomes clear, then its instruction to mind and body for expression to action becomes very easy. So then, as we have already seen one of the interpretations of Satya, Satsu Sadhushu Bhavam Satyam and Sati Satpurushe Sadhu Satyam, both we have seen. That which is born in the Satpurushas, that which is seen in the Satpurushas, that which shines beautiful in the Satpurushas. So now we connect ourselves to Satya Sangha. How to get access to Satyam? The easiest way is Satya Sangha. That is the easiest way. So directly we can't get connected to Satyam. Only through Satya Sangha we can find connection. So it is said in sloka number 2 of chapter 4 of Chanakya Neeti. Sadhubhyante nivartante putra mitrani bandhavaha echa taisaha gantaraha tadharman sukrutam pulam. Chanakya says, Sadhubhyante nivartante putra mitrani bandhavaha echa taisaha gantaraha tadharma sukrutam pulam. Those people, echa taihi saha gantaraha tadharma sukrutam pulam. Those who follow the sadhus and attend their satsangs. Those who follow the sadhus and attend their satsangs and then follow their directions. Tata dharma sukritam, follow their directions and then do good deeds. What happens? They get punya. Definitely they get punya. Because they follow sadhus and their teachings and their directions and perform the deeds accordingly, they get punya. And when they gain punya, the that punya falls into the account of all of their family members also. Because they are all living in the same place. They are all connected to the same person. So the punya of following the directions of the sadhu sangha, sajjana sangha, and acting according to the direction of the sadhu, not only that the individual gets the punya, all the family members also get the punya. And also their family members, what will happen? They come to follow some of these directions and suggestions sometime or other, because slowly their mind also will get influenced. Slowly one time or other, one day or other, they will also come to attend satsanga and they will also gain the benefit of satsanga. And those people, sadhubhyante, nivartante, putravikrami bandhavah, those people who do not follow sadhus or sajjana sangha, come to satsanga, naturally they don't gain this benefit, and their family members also are not inclined to these people. They are away, they will turn away from the sadhus and the directions of the sadhus, and naturally the directions of Sat Shastras which are available to us through Sat Sangha. They will remain distanced. The children, the friends, the relatives, all of them will remain distanced from Sadhu Sangha. So, from the standpoint of family also, their benefit also, their merit also, it is always advisable to attend this satsanga and be proximately closer to, near and dear to Sadhu Sangha, Sajjana Sangha. It's very important. It will give us nice values to follow. In our own family, in our own daily duties, in our relationship with organization, society, so on and so forth, including the people. A husband came back from office and then looked at the wife and said, come on, what is there for dinner now? Wife said, I am not feeling well, I am not in good mood, I didn't prepare anything, you go and make your dinner. Go and make your dinner. Then he started grumbling and grumbling and grumbling. Wife said, what you would have done if I am dead and gone? Think I am dead and go and make your dinner. He was highly frustrated. The husband went into the kitchen and then boiled some vegetables and then made some roti and ate. And after an hour or so, wife went into the kitchen. There is nothing here for her. Nothing is available to her. She shouted, where is the dinner you prepared? I am feeling hungry, where is that food? The husband said, you only told me to think that you are dead and gone. That's why I didn't prepare. Does she mean that? Or should he mean that? Neither she means that or he should mean that. Why they meant it that way? Because they are mean, at least sometimes. Husband should not have been like that. Even though wife might have a whole lot of frustration, so what? So, why this happens? Because lack of concern. What is that lack of concern? Lack of that connectivity. Why? Because lack of manifestation of values, adherence to values, simple values. Showing concern for some people who are serving always. Because this value system manifests through us if you attend satsanga and if you are having proximity with sadhus and sajjanas. That is very important. See, the mind also will be clear. We will become stress-free. One IT professional, not income tax but information technology, IT professional who is facing the recession everywhere and lost job and then running after jobs, was told by his wife, your child, your son is down with fever and various other problems, take him to doctor. He is already tense and worried and stressed and strain and pressure and searching for job and all that. So he took the son and then went to doctor. Doctor made a thorough checkup and conducted this test, that test, and that family said, he is doing good. There is no problem. So this man, he is perfectly alright. Look at your child, he is doing good. And then this IT professional looked at the child and said, oh doctor, I got the wrong son. The other fellow is at home, who is actually having the disease at home. So his stress levels, his botheration to the president is so high that when the wife told, he did not bother who is having the fever, who is having the disease. You took one of the children. And when the doctor had to tell him, look at your child, he then only looks at the child properly. Otherwise, he will not done properly observing the child also. Stand what he can do with somebody else in the neighborhood, thinking that it is his wife, whatever it is. So, the mind should be very clear. When the people are in satsanga, naturally the stress levels, tension levels, confusion levels come down, confidence levels, purity levels go high, peace levels go high. It is mere connectivity is enough. Mere connectivity. That is what is said. Slogan number 3, chapter number 4. See, it is said, we will see again and again continuously what are the benefits of satsanga. But how satsanga protects, that is said by Chanakya in his Neeti Darpanam. Darshana dhyana samsparshaihi Matsi kurmi cha Pakshini Sishum palayate nityam Tadha sajjana Sangadihi Darshana dhyana samsparshaihi Matsi kurmi cha Pakshini. Matsi, fisher, kurmi, tortoise, pakshini, the bird. How they protect and take care of their offspring, if we observe, I don't know whether it is shown in Discovery Channel or not, but actually if we observe the way in which they take care, the fish protects its offspring by darshana, by looking at it, by darshan, by looks it protects. Then kurmi, by meditation, by jhana it protects. Kurmi. And then pakshini, by touch, by warmth and touch, it protects. By touch, pakshi protects, bird protects its offspring. By meditation, tortoise protects its offspring. And by looks, the fish protects its offspring. How they protect? How they protect their shishu? So similarly, Tadha Sajjana Sangati. Sajjana Sangati, the contact with Sajjanas, Satpurushas, it will protect us like that. And the inherent meaning is the Sadhu Purushas, by their looks also, they give blessings and protection. Darshana Matrena. Through looks the energy comes. I have seen personally some Mahatmas. When we go to visit them, they say, just look into my eye, that's all, nothing else is needed. Just look for a few seconds. That is all. Everything is transferred. Some people transfer it through looks. Some people, wherever they are, just by meditation they transfer. Blessings, protection, care. The power levels are different. Sadhu Purushas and Satyamas. Okay? And then some people, when we go by touch, Gurudev used to allow all three. Remember that. So, whatever it is, this is a beautiful way of understanding that Sadhu Purushas and Sajjanas of a higher order, by looks also the blessings come, just by contemplative meditation also blessings come, and by physical presence also blessings come. And the other way, what we have to do as a sadhaka, this is from the standpoint of a Mahatma. From the standpoint of sadhaka, if possible, be in the proximity. Go to satsanga. Touch means satsanga. Touch with the shastras, familiarity with the shastras. Second thing, if that is not possible, at least by distance, look at the satsanga. Look at something which is connected with satsanga. Some function, some celebration, some person is going, or some people are discussing something, or something is produced there, or something is written there. At least look at it. The product of satsanga. Look at it. If you can't be in satsanga directly, at least look at it. And even if you are at a distance, if somebody says, listen to it and contemplate it in the mind, that also you do as a sadhaka. Either you listen and contemplate, or at least read and look and read it, or at least read directly and then understand it directly, whichever you want. So from the standpoint of sadhu, from the standpoint of sadhaka, and directly the satsanga, how it protects us. How beautifully it is said. Very, very nicely it is clearly told us how sadhujana and satsanga protect us very, very beautifully. All that we have to do is take the benefit of the satsanga and sadhu sangha that is available with us. It gives us very soothing effect in our lives. It gives us total clarity how to live our lives. A student was asked by the teacher, when was Rome built? Answer. The student answered, Rome was built at night. Rome was built at night? How do you say that? Because the proverb says Rome was not built in a day. Not built in a day, built in night. He understands it very well. It is easy to understand. When we hold on to Satya, we need not compromise with values in living, in thinking, in speaking. There is no need for any extra glories that are to be claimed by the ego, because the ego compromises with many of these things. So it goes on staking its claim on petty things for the sake of bloated expression of its own greatness, which is actually hollow and shallow. Two people, one who is a priest and another one is a politician, were in some dialogue with each other. The priest said, if you become my disciple, if you become my disciple, I will give you the heaven. Swarga, I will give you the Swarga. A politician said, you become my disciple. If you become my disciple, I will make you the king of the country. You become my disciple. When the priest got little white and said, Hindi में डॉक्टर क्या देश के रपाप का है? He said, if the country belongs to your father, does the country belong to your father? Then the politician said, then the heaven belongs to your father. Nothing belongs to them or their people. The claims, these are all wrong claims that are expressed because that individual is bound by the clutches of the ego, which is not educating itself with the satsanga and satchana sangha. Finally, in Vedanta also, the ego, if it has to dissolve, the ego in its connection with the intellect, because ego, intellect, memory, ego, both put together is Asakatna and as a whole, that ego has to be educated through the intellect, that there is something behind you, energizing you, enlivening you, strengthening you, supporting you, making you live and making you function. Once intellect becomes pure through these teachings, when the ego is educated, then the ego understands, I am a false entity, and it dissolves and disappears. Education of the ego according to Vedanta also is very important. Educating the ego, even according to the value system, also is very important. Bhartrihari, it is Neeti Satakam, sloka number 22. Bhartrihari says about the benefits of satsanga. What it does to us. Tell me the profit, tell me the benefit. Jatyam diyo harati sinchati vachi satyam manonnatim dishati papa apakaroti cheta prasade kirikshun tanoti kirtim satsangati kadayakim nakaroti pumsam. Bhartrihari says, Jatyam diyo harati. Jatyam diyo harati. Diyo harati jatyam. Jatyam diyo harati. Meaning, he says, Satsangati kataya na karoti pumsam. Say, what does not good association do to people, do to man? What it does not do? It does everything good to people. So, Bhattacharya says, Jagyam diyo harati. It removes the dullness of the intellects. It removes the dullness of the intellects. So there will be no more dullness. It will make the intellect bright, shine with light, and come out of the fight with the mind inside. And see what will happen. That intellect where there is no conflict inside, where there is more clarity, and the light will shine in it, light of knowledge. So naturally the dullness is gone. Brilliance is there, sharpness is there, enthusiasm is there, activeness is there, liveliness is there. So, Jatyam Diyo Harati. It removes the dullness of the intellect. Sinchati Vaji Satyam. Sinchati Vaji Satyam. It sprinkles truthfulness in the speech of the individuals. They are talking and talking and talking and talking. So because of attending the satsanga, knowing the satsanga, connection with the satsanga, suddenly the truth, it sprinkles the truth in their speech. So the walk also becomes purified because it sprinkles the truth in the speech. Mahanonnatim dishati. It gains highest honors for them. Satsanga makes the people gain highest honors. Papa Mapakaroti. Next one, expels sin from their lives, expels sin from them. All those treasures in the form of tendencies inside their mind and intellect, all those also are expelled, removed once for all totally. By the satsanga. Papam apakaroti, papam apakaroti. It expels sins from them. Chetaha prasadayati. Chetaha mind prasadayati. It purifies. It purifies the mind. We have got deodorizers and so many other things to purify our body, to purify the surroundings. But what is that? It purifies the mind. It is available. Bhattacharya says, Satsanga purifies the mind. That is enough. If you want mind purifier, air purifier, water purifier, this purifier, that purifier, mind purifier, satsanga. Go to satsanga, mind purifier. Not available in mall. Set aside your attachment with mall and you come here and satsanga. Okay? So, Chetaha prasadayati dikshu tanoti kirtim. It spreads the fame towards all quarters, all directions. Because by doing great things, people become great. Naturally, it spreads the fame in all directions. So all these beautiful things are the result of satsanga. How much of benefit is there for us? Completely, it is only benefit and benefit and benefit. One person was telling to his friend, he's getting late, now I have to go. My wife will be waiting for me and she will also be hungry and I have to go. My friend said, 21st century, nowadays, how lucky you are, how fortunate you are. You have a wife who is waiting for you and she is hungry and yet instead of taking the food, she is waiting for you to come and take the food. So, and then, what a fortunate person, what a lucky person you are. And this man said, that is not the case, I have to go and cook the food. Whatever it is, whether it is husband waiting for the wife to come and join, or wife waiting for the husband to come and join. It is a matter of expression of affection and show of concern and care, where it will strengthen the bond, and the people also, children also, family members also will learn that strong binding force in relationship when that affection and love is expressed, when that care is shown. And nobody bothers about anybody, everyone does whatever they want. There is no binding force there. When they grow and go out and then join their other people, partners in life, they also will be like that. There is no binding force. There is no joy of family living. So, value system, if it is followed, that will definitely give this binding force to all of us in our lives. Chandanam Shitalam Loke. Chandanadapi Chandrama. Chandra Chandayor Madhye. Chandra Chandayor Madhye. शीतला साधु संगति शीतला साधु संगति Chandanam Shitalam Loke. In this world, sandal paste is considered to be very cool in effect. Chandanam Shitalam Loke. And more than that, Chandanapi Chandrama. More than that, moon is considered to be very cool. The coolness of moon. Moon is considered to be very cool. Chandra Chandayor Madhye Shitala Sadhu Sangati. More cooler than Chandra and Chandana. Chandana yor madhye Shitala Sadhu Sangati. More than both these two is Sadhu Sangati. Sadhu Sangha, Sajjana Sangha is the coolest. Meaning the mind will become very peaceful and naturally cool. In the yogic vibrations also, expressions of energy because of the deep meditative states, even when people are with open eyes, when they come out of meditative state also they carry it with open eyes, or a person of high sanctified levels of purity and dignity, they will express cool energy through their physical structure. Coolness. Energy will be very cool. That way also coolness. This is also cool, and mind will be cool, and naturally in the western side when you go there, instead of saying you are smart, you can go to say you are cool. So meaning very smart, but also cool. Whichever way you think you will be cool. So this is a beautiful way to attain the coolness of the mind. And another way also, Chandana Yor Madhya also means between both. One is cool, another one is more cool. You are in between, you will be even more cool. Is it not? Two air coolers, air conditioners, and aimed at you at their deepest cooling capacity. What will happen? You will become more chill. Is it not? Like that. So, more cool satsanga is the coolest. Now, so much is said about sadhujana, sajjana, satpurusha, and all that. So, who can be understood to be a Satpurusha? How to understand whether a person is a Sajjana, Sadhujana, Satpurusha? How to understand that? How to know whether a person is like that or not? It is very important. It is said very nicely by Sri Chanakya in sloka number 14 of chapter number 12 of Chanakya Neeti. Dharme tatparata mukhe madhurata dane samutsahata mitre vanchakata purav vinayata chitte digambhirata आचार्ये सुचिता गुणे रसिकता शास्त्रेषु विज्ञानता रूपे सुंदरता शिवे भजनता सत्स्वेव सन्दृश्यते धर्मे तत्परता मुखे मधुरता दाने समुत्साहता मित्रे वंचकता meaning मित्रे अवंचकता मित्रे वंचकता गुरौ विनयता चित्ते गंभीरता आचार्ये सुचिता गुणे रसिकता शास्त्रेषु विज्ञानता रूपे सुंदरता शिवे भजनता सत्स्वेव सन्दृश्यते very beautiful pointers to identify, to recognize, to understand whether a person is a Satpurusha or not, Satjana or not, Sadhujana or not. From our level of understanding, all this can be made possible. Says, Dharme tapparata mukhe madhurata dane samutsata. Dharme tapparata meaning exclusive devotion to Dharma. Exclusive devotion to Dharma. Really devoted, totally devoted, exclusively devoted to Dharma, not to anything else. Meaning exclusive devotion to Dharma, not anything in the world. Meaning eagerly engaged in Dharma. That person is a Sadhu Purusha when he is eagerly engaged in Dharma, exclusively devoted to Dharma. Dharme tapparata mukhe madhurata dane samutsata. Mukhe madhurata meaning sweetness in speech. The speech is sweet, soft, kind, gentle, soothing. How good it is. Speech. You can identify a Sadhu Purusha by his speech only. Because yesterday we have seen Chanakya said, wait for a while with patience, don't be influenced by, fascinated by, tempted by superficial expressions of people. Wait with patience, Swabhava will manifest slowly. So here, this Swabhava will automatically manifest. Speech will be very, very sweet. Sweet speech. Mango season, we taste mangoes. And then they said 225 varieties of mangoes are there. And hardly few of them are sweet, whatever it is. People who visited told. Some people who bought also, they have experienced it. But why? Because they want sweet things. So, sweetness in fruits, everybody cherishes. But sweetness in speech, how nice it will be. If somebody says something and it is so sweet, just think of it. How wonderful it is. That will be the speech of a Sadhu Purusha. Dharme tapparata mukhe madhurata dane samutsahata. Just normal people, they are so eager, so enthusiastic, so fully involved in chasing after the desires, worldly objects, this and that. But this man, dane samutsahata, in giving away things, in donating things, in sacrificing things, in lending things to others, donating things to others. Charity and charitable work. He is complete enthusiasm. Shows complete enthusiasm. You can see complete enthusiasm in charity and charitable work. Charity and charitable, complete enthusiasm. It depends upon the way in which a person loves and understands what it is. I was reading in the paper, Ilayaraja, musician, who is a musician in the movies and all. Very nice. He has got his own unique style, unique things. Always he is attributed with something special in his notes and silence between notes. So Ilayaraja's music, they say, notes also speak, silence also speaks. When he plays also speaks, when he doesn't play also speaks. Yes, it's a normal example. He is still living and still working for movies. He said in one of the congregations, one of the interviews recently, that why are you not appearing in every functions and all that? He said, always I am surrounded by Saptaswaras. Always Saptaswaras surround me. I have the companionship of Saptaswaras. I see the manifestation of sanctity, sacredness in Saptaswaras. They are always around me. Always around me, and with them they are with me. What is there in this worldly show? All empty talk, show off talk. They say something which is actually not there, go on praising, go on showing off, and then talk something else. Ilayaraja, not somebody else. That's why I am referring this. So he says, I am just in my companionship with music always. I love it. And I know that it is surrounding me everywhere. And all around me I see only Saptaswara dancing around me in their fullest melody. manifest is the highest mind. So that's why I'm with it. I don't want to lose my contact with it. That's why I rarely come out in all these things, show-offs. Look at these things. Exclusively devoted, eagerly enthusiastic only in that, not in anything else. And looking at this man, Satpurusha, exclusively devoted to Dharma, sweetness in speech, and complete enthusiasm in charity, charitable work. Mitre avanchakata gurau vinayata chitte gambhirata. Mitre avanchakata, non-deceptiveness in friendship. What a beautiful trustworthiness is it? Some people maintain friendship for 1 week and they show what they are. Some maintain 1 month and show what they are. Some maintain 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, few years, and suddenly they show what they are. Whatever it is. Non-deceptiveness in friendship. What a beautiful quality is that. How can it manifest unless and until it is there inside? If there is non-deceptiveness inside, naturally it will manifest in friendship outside. What a blessedness to have somebody. So a sadhu purusha is non-deceptive towards friends in friendship. Mitre avanchakata gurau vinayata chitte gambhirata. Gurau vinayata, very humble towards gurus, his gurus, humility towards the gurus. Because that humility will fetch real grace and blessings from the Parampara. Humble towards the master, because it is because of the master I am what I am today. And whatever I have, that is all a gift of the master and only grace of the master. So we used to see in Gurudev is, anybody telling anything glorious in Gurudev, he used to point out towards his Guru and say, because of his grace, because of his krupa, because of his blessing. That's all, always. That is how, even though one reaches the highest levels, but still he is very humble towards the master. Gurau vinayata chitte gambhirata. Gambhirata in chitta, profound and deep in mind. The profundity and depth in mind. Meaning, very deep, very profound in mind. Meaning, he is not affected by the pinpricks or pricks. Hurt from others, harm from others, and misery from the world. He is not affected by pricks, pinpricks, hurts, harm, and misery. He is not affected. Even though if it is there, it will be profound and deep. It will not influence his deeds. It may rise, but it may go away, depending upon the levels of evolution of a Satpurusha. There are grades, so depending upon that. Whether it stays for a second, or for a minute and disappear, or stays for an hour and struggles to get out, or stays for a day, and some people months. They are not Satpurusha, of course. It stays. After 10 years also, God will set it on man. Even if they encounter, they will look at it for the time being because the mind encounters, the mind gets influenced. And for the highest level of Purusha, nothing applies to them, nothing influences because they know that this is not at all clear. That's the difference level. So, very profound and very deep in their mind. Acharya Chanakya Gune Rasikata Shastreshu Vijnanata. See, Acharya Chanakya Gune Rasikata. See, Acharya Chanakya. In the practices, there is purity. Purity in the practices, meaning purity in the area. Gune Rasikata. Tastefulness in good qualities. Not merely following good qualities because somebody told them. Tastefulness. They see rasa. They taste rasa in practicing good qualities. It is juicy. That also has to be tasted. Tastefulness in good qualities. Shastreshu Vijnanata. So Shastreshu Vijnanata. Knowledge of scriptures. रूपे सुंदरता शिवे भजनता सत्सेव संदृश्यते रूपे सुंदरता. Their form is beautiful because everything inside is beautiful. What else will become beautiful? What else will happen to form? It will be beautiful. So रूपे सुंदरता शिवे भजनता, devoted to Bhagavan Parameshwara. Any Bhagavan, considering the Bhagavan has the ultimate role. So, devotion to Parameshwara. So, if we find these qualities, then here it is said, these qualities appear only in Satpurushas. Satsveva Sandrishyate, they appear only in Satpurushas, saintly, pious people or Satyamas. It appears only in them. So if we look at those people and then if we understand, wait and look at them, then we can see how they behave, how they express, how they respond, how they react, how they conduct, how they relate, and all that. That itself is a beautiful pointer or pointers for us. They are all beautiful pointers for us to know that they are Satyamas, Satpurusha. And then their Sangha will automatically inspire our mind to imbibe one or two of them, at least one of them, and their teachings also are there naturally. Their teachings by their proximity, and we will become more and more filled with the values that are connected with truth. We will manifest the truth and we will be blessed by the truth, and then the truth will give us support and energy and integrity and that inner strength and to face any situation outside. Then also we live a life of values, truthfulness, and all these things will come because of Satsanga, and we express these things in our relationships also, and we become blessed in our personality layers, in our health condition, in our prosperity, in our evolution, in all ways we will become completely blessed. And then we face the world as it is, we never run away from the world also. One husband was telling to the wife, constantly, time and again and again, relentlessly you are insulting me. In everything you are insulting me. I can't take it anymore. I am now going straight to commit suicide. The wife looked at the husband and said, in this costliest suit, you want to go and commit suicide? Take it up. Wear the night dress and go. Husband felt more insulted. Even when dying also, you said take it up and then wear night dress because you are suitable for that dress only. I am not going to commit suicide. Wife says, why? You have insulted me again, so I have cancelled it. So whatever it is, escaping from the world, from the situations, running away from the worldly situation will not happen for the people who are connected with Satsanga, because the strength, the confidence, the power, the energy, the support, the blessings, all will come from the practice of the values, and also the divine will become more closer. So from them, from the divinity also, it will become. So Satyam, Satsangam are the most important things in our life to become very, very successful individuals. And there, that is how we will be in a state of winning all the way. Tomorrow we'll meet again at 6:30. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Namah. Hari Om.